On today's episode of the BS that we hear on the altar, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Timmy. So we are going to be analyzing this, I think the Transforming Church or something. What's the name of somebody? Samoye. I think this guy is in Ghana, if I'm not mistaken, right? So let's roll the tape and then we talk about it.
If you have a partner, a husband, a wife that has been consistently good to you for a year, please, it is not normal. Being good for a man is not normal. There's nothing good in us. Only God in us makes us good. And we can overrule God. I can choose not to let God be good through me. So that somebody is good to you requires thank you before it changes. Please, if your husband is sitting there, you say thank you. Say, please don't change your wife.
Do you know he just threw because he said if your partner, your husband is good to you throughout this year, you should appreciate it, say thank you. Then he just remembered that would be sexist. Then he just threw it in there and said if your wife, then he went and said there is nothing good about a man, that it is just the God in them that can be good, and that they can overthrow God. They can decide to not obey God. I used to say this to women all the time. A man is an autonomous being, and regardless of what he believes, he has a will, and God does not bypass the will of humans. And I say this all the time. Women don't seem to understand. Maybe as it's coming from a man, you would understand or you would listen. But listen, this person just attested to what I say all the time. You will marry a born-again man and you will still suffer. So when people like the likes of Kingsley Okonkwo tell you that marry a born-again man and have a kingdom marriage and as if you would not suffer, that is a lie. That's not true. You would marry a born-again man and you will still suffer, because at the end of the day, there is so much that comes into a human being to make them who they are. So their experiences, their cultures, their traditions, their beliefs and other things, and religion. And on top of that, let's not also forget that religion itself is misogynistic. So a man within religion has the layer of cultural misogyny, societal misogyny, and religious misogyny. So marrying a born-again man will not, in fact, you will experience more misogyny. The only difference is that most of them, not all, a lot of them verbally and physically abuse their wives, but the people who they call good religious men may not physically abuse you, but they will emotionally abuse you, which is more dangerous than physical abuse. They will emotionally abuse you, they will verbally abuse you, they will manipulate you. They even have religious books to back their manipulation. So they will use religious books to manipulate you. Marrying a born-again man does not mean shit. For women, it does not mean anything. It was that man's decision to agree with God. And most of the reasons why men are in church or men are religious is because religion allows for them to be misogynistic. Religion provides moral justification for them to abuse you with the word submission. So religion places them above you and prioritizes their needs, their desires, their values. That is why they practice religion. If religion had come to tell men that you and a woman are equal, men will not practice religion. So that is what you should know. Men within religion accept the values of religion because it oppresses you and it puts a man above you. Right? So a wicked man is a wicked man. Religion does not change a man. And it is a man's will to be religious. So even if religion says, dear man, you cannot abuse your wife, also understand that that man can wake up tomorrow and say, I choose to disobey this part of the Bible. Before I stopped being non-religious, I was very religious, but I still disagreed with the part of the Bible that said, submit to your husband. So you can still pick and choose within religion. That is what you should know. So religion does not mean anything. So, and this person is telling you that men are not good people. But for some reason, this person that knows that men are not good people is also telling you to be submissive to somebody who they know that has the capacity to be bad. So much so that, listen, what I even like about what he's saying is the fact that he's telling you, he may not be direct, but he's telling you that that good man that you think exists is the exception. We say this with Ola all the time on our lives. What women see and be like, oh, you're not being abused, is not the norm. That a woman is not being abused in marriage is not the norm. It is the exception. The norm for women is to be abused, is for them to be abused. So a man not abusing you is the exception, is not the norm. The more women get to know about men, the less attracted you would be to men. And the less you pay attention to religious preachers. Listen to them in whatever they are teaching you about faith, baptism, whatever they are teaching. By all means, go ahead and listen to them. But do not take marriage advice from religious teaching. And this guy is telling you that a man's default setting is to be bad. But somehow women will listen to this. I know that message is about gratitude. He's teaching about gratitude. But learn how to listen to men. Listen to men for what they are saying, not what they want you to hear. He said he's talking about gratitude, but at the same time, he's telling you that the default setting of a man is to be bad. And even if this man is born again, and I hear a lot of people say a born again man would not do that. A born again man will abuse you, nothing will happen. And I'm telling you, he will make heaven. In my next video, I'm going to give you biblical backings to what I'm saying, just in case you don't agree with me. We are going to be taking David and Abigail issue, the relationship between David, Nabal, and Abigail, to explain how a Christian man, a born-again man, because David is a man after God's own heart, right? So I would use him because he's the standard for a born-again man, right? To explain to you that you can be abused and it is still normal within religion. You can listen to religion in any topic you want to listen to, but do yourself good and do not take marriage advice from religious spaces. That particular topic is what will destroy you. Have a good day.